Hello everybody and welcome back to Dragon Wing Diamonds. I am here today with, well, a WIP in chat, but I'm actually going to do a kit up in chat. I apologize for the sunlight, it's coming in the window that's over there, and I have no curtain over there right now, which is mildly aggravating, but it's okay. So I am kitting up today the reader, which I actually just unboxed, and that video is, well, by the time you see this, because it's going up on Wednesday for my WIP in chat, the reader unboxing should, sorry, didn't mean to move you there. I was trying to, okay, I'll leave it be. The reader unboxing should have been up on Tuesday. Wait, right? Yeah, today's Tuesday. Okay, basically. Reader unboxing Tuesday, WIP and chat Wednesday. So yeah, you should have been able to see this by now, but if not, go check it out. My first ever Jaded Gem Shop kits. I'm very excited about them. So excited that I just have to go right in and kit up immediately. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So I am kitting up into my Elizabeth Ward containers, but since I'm not gonna have enough here because I have two Elizabeth Ward containers. One of them currently is holding my Luna Lovegood from Dreamer Designs. I literally just finished kitting that up before dinner. And so I'm gonna put reader in this one, and then for the overflow, I'm gonna use these little Tic Tac containers. So yeah, let's get started. I hope everybody has had a fantastic week. Mine has been very hectic, I won't lie. Let's just do this. Yeah, mine's been pretty hectic. I can't remember, I think this or no, actually. So last week, my fiance met with one of the local banks to discuss our refinance. And basically, things are looking really good with them, thankfully. They are willing to recognize that the debts that are showing as not current are not in our, not our requirement to take care of. So the bank is willing to recognize that, unlike the first bank that we were working with. And so things are looking quite good for our refinance, but they're like basically trying to get through this as quickly as possible though. So today, being Tuesday, we had a woman come to the house to take pictures for the appraisal. Funny story, the woman who came was the one who came here last year, or yeah, when we got our last appraisal done. So it was so funny. She like walked in, she looked at Sydney, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, you're so much bigger. Look at you. You're like basically walking now," and all that. So it was really cute, and she got to gush over Sydney for a bit, and Sydney, she's like a little ham, so she's like showing off, like, yeah, look at me, I'm adorable, just like she does. Don't mind me right now, I'm just organizing to see what I have of each color. So yeah, things are looking good on that front, but like we ended up spending the last like 4 days doing nothing but cleaning the house. Like it was insane how much we had to do. So I'm like tired. I'm very tired, but house looks amazing and we're at square zero now. So anything we need to do going forward is going to be relatively easy. I literally just unboxed this, so I should know what's what. 42. Wow, sunlight's going to get annoying to me. So I think I'm just going to find colors and just work with them. Let's just do that. Okay. Changing gears here immediately. Oh, there we go, 159. So yeah. So we basically, well, my fiance did most of the cleaning. I won't lie about that. I basically was in charge of the child while he did all the cleaning. So yeah. Where's 155? I promise I'm not usually this big of a mess when I'm kitting up. 310. Set that to the side because I know it's coming up soon. 161. There you are. We good now? We good. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. So yeah, I was basically in charge of the child while my fiance did all of the cleaning. And so, house is looking really good, honestly, because we needed to try to at least reach a value of 180. And when we got it appraised last time, it was 175, but that was when the market was a little bit, like, weaker. So the fact that, it shouldn't be too difficult for us to get it to 180. And basically, we just organized so much stuff. Like, all the projects that we had planned for the summer, guess what? They happened today, or they happened over the last few days. So, yeah. Okay. So, yeah. That's been a stressful couple of days, but, you know, it's what had to happen. So, yeah, we got that news on Wednesday when my last WIP and chat went up. So, yeah, like, basically, all from then on, we were just cleaning. Doing nothing but cleaning. Okay, we're gonna pull some of these out. I feel like these are gonna be like way overkill, but I'll have to make it work. I think this is a sign that I need more storage containers. Okay, or I just need not to kit up like 4 paintings at once, but hey. I can't start any other ones yet until the events start in the month, so this is what I do. So yeah. What else has happened? So yeah, we got the appraisal going on the house, which is good news. And pretty psyched about it. Because that means like we're one step closer to not having to deal with BS, basically. That's a nice way of putting it, I think. So, hopefully I'm in frame for all this, because I'm realizing I'm probably not. Well, maybe a little bit. Okay. So yeah, what else happened this week? I don't, like I said, it wasn't really a very eventful week. I was basically just taking care of Sydney all week, and my fiance was doing the cleaning and stuff, well, working and stuff, but he had a better idea of what needed to get done and everything like that, so it kind of worked out really well in that regard. But like one of the biggest projects that I was hoping to tackle, actually next week, because my fiance took the week off work next week, but like the big project I wanted to tackle next week was our closet. So basically when I moved in, there was a bunch of stuff already in there, and then basically from there I was like, okay, so we have this closet full of stuff, and it's turned into our catch-all for a bit, and I was like, okay, well, all my craft stuff is down in the basement. It's been there since Sydney took over my craft room, because, you know, baby has to have a room more than I need a craft space. Actually, use a bigger container for that one. So yeah, all my craft stuff basically got moved down to the basement, which I did not like, because, you know, it's kind of musty down there, and I have fabric and stuff and cross-stitching stuff, and, you know, I mean, I do have some diamond painting stuff down there. Like, I still have a couple of things down there, but nothing. All my important stuff is up here though now. Oh, I just totally missed that. Depth perception. So yeah, oh yeah, I probably should give you guys a warning. My kids are currently playing outside, so there's a chance you might hear screaming and stuff. Don't worry, they're fine. They probably just smacked each other in the face with a yoga ball, because that's what they do. But anyways, yeah, I wanted to organize the closet, because basically it just turned into our catch-all for a while with just everything in there. And I was not, like, I was stressed about it, because, you know, like, I want my craft stuff up here. I want that, like, organized so I can actually walk in, like, because, you know, I still have a pregnancy pillow from when I was pregnant with Sydney, and that thing is a nightmare to store. But we still had that in there, and that was like preventing me from being able to open my drawers to my dresser and stuff like that. So it's like, oh my gosh, this really needs to get organized. And so our original plan, like my fiance took the week off work next week so we could do like all this organization projects and stuff like that. But with this appraisal and stuff, we're like, well, guess we're doing this now. So we pulled everything out of the closet, and then we organized it and then put it back in the closet. And honestly, it just feels so much better in there. Like, it's such a relief. And then I got those bins brought upstairs and put in there, so that was exciting. And I'm just like, yes, finally. I finally have like my crafting stuff in one place. Unfortunately, my fabric is still downstairs because we haven't quite figured out how to get that last bin up yet, but we will figure that out. And then like my diamond painting space, basically we have like one of those cube shelves with like 4 compartments in it. And before it was storage for our for our board games. And we we cleaned out the board games from there and put them on a bookshelf instead. And then, so only 3 out of 4 of the compartments were emptied of the board games. We still had some there. So I took those last remaining board games and shoved them up in the closet so I could have the whole entire space for my diamond painting stuff. So now I got storage for my storage containers. Storage for storage. So yeah, that part was exciting. Let's see. Getting ready for the 400s here. There you are. Sorry, I need to pay attention when dealing with numbers because I am dyslexic. But there's the 318, so we'll just go ahead and continue with these. So yeah, that was, oh yeah, so in preparation for that, since we knew earlier in the week that we had to do all that organization and stuff, we texted my fiance's parents. We're like, hey, would you mind taking Sydney off our hands for like a couple hours this weekend so we can, you know, get this organized and stuff? And they're like, yeah, we can do Saturday for a little bit. And we're like, okay, cool. Or was it? No, it was Sunday. Yeah, it was Sunday. So yeah, they said they could take her a little bit on Sunday. Hey, get in there. And then, so Sunday rolls around, and then when we went to go drop her off, we were like, oh, okay. My fiance's sister was there with her 2 kids. And when we got there, basically, unfortunately, his sister is going through a divorce right now. And they are working on selling the house right now. And the realtor apparently texted her like right before noon or something like that. It was like, hey, can we do a showing of the house at noon? And she was like, no, you can't, because A, I'm not home, and B, like my kids haven't eaten or anything like that. So it's just like one of those situations. So but so they're like, okay, well, how about this time instead? And they're like, okay, fine. So basically my fiance's sister just like ran home and packed up a bunch of stuff, and because they weren't sure where they were going to be, and then ended up over at my fiance's parents' house. Nice. So yeah. Oh, there's more 318s. Okay, making sure. So yeah, they ended up over there, which actually ended up working out because, like, at least the 2 boys, they had a distraction of having their little cousin there and to play with and watch and stuff like that. So, worked out well. We got what we needed done. And we took a shower before we went to get her because, oh my gosh, we were so sweaty after unloading the closet. But yeah, like, literally just, I think it took maybe like 4 hours to actually clean out the closet. It was ridiculous. But we did it. And it looks great, and I'm really excited about it. So, yeah. I feel like the end of the week was really uneventful. Oh, yeah, and then, like, this weekend was very confusing because, like, Memorial Day is, like, we split up the holidays with the boy's mom, and so Memorial Day was supposed to be, it's gonna be overkill, but we'll do it. Memorial Day was supposed to be her holiday, but she wanted to switch for 4th of July because they were gonna do a camping trip, but then something happened and that's actually not gonna happen now too, but she was like, no, we'll still switch the holidays though, because she wanted to do that going forward. So we're like, okay, so we're like, at first we're like, okay, are we gonna get the boys back or are we not? I don't know. But yeah, we ended up getting the boys back on Sunday. So yeah, after all of that craziness of organizing the room, the living room and stuff, or organizing, well, just cleaning the whole house in general, we got the boys back. And we're like, we explained to them too, we're like, okay, basically here's the deal. Someone's coming to take pictures of the house. We need you guys to keep it clean because we need this to go well. And, you know, instantly, like, that, or no, it was the next day, like, we had issues, or no, that's that night we started having issues, because one of the boys tends to get toothpaste on the faucet in the bathroom, and then, like, we still are running into problems of them not flushing the toilets after they're done, and, like, putting down the lid, and all that, like, not even just, like, the top lid, like, I don't care about that, but the seat itself, no, put that down, please. You got women in this house. So yeah, so we ran into problems with that immediately, and it's like, you know, we literally just told you that we needed you to keep this place clean, and you're already, like, not keeping it clean. Like, come on. So yeah, that was very aggravating. Actually, like, this, yeah, and on top of everything else that we've been dealing with too, Sydney does not want to nap anymore. I don't know why, because the girl is obviously tired. Like, she gets up early in the morning and then she refuses her naps, and then by the time it's bedtime, she's like a cranky mess. And it's like, okay, girl, come on. If you take your naps, you won't be a cranky mess. But, you know, she doesn't listen. At least not yet. So, yeah. Dealing with that frustration. Although today was the first day she actually took one of her naps, so we were happy about that. So yeah, when she was over with my fiance's parents, they took her out in the stroller and stuff like that, and were pushing her around, and, like, I got a text message with a picture of her zonked out in the stroller, and apparently she'd taken, like, a 20-minute nap. I'm like, well, that's better than nothing. She didn't take her morning nap. So yeah, we've been dealing with that. So let me think. I don't really remember what happened on Friday. I feel like nothing happened on Friday. But Saturday, I hung out with one of my best friends. My friend April came over and hung out for a little bit. Just because it was one of those moments of, you know, I haven't seen you in too long. Get your ass over here. Okay. So yeah, she came over and hung out for, like, basically the entire day, which was awesome. It's been a while since we've done that. Because she was always the friend that lived so close to me that we would literally walk to each other's houses and just, like, spend days together and stuff like that. And, you know, we were talking about, like, how much it sucks to be an adult now, because it's like we don't have the time anymore just to go out and do stuff. And actually, we were having this conversation too. It's like it feels like such, it's like a lot of work to get, like, make plans and get out and do stuff, and especially with the baby too, because it's like, okay, well, I know, like, I'm not, like, one of those parents who's like, oh no, I have to be home by this time so my child can be in bed. Like, no, I'm not gonna do that. But so, like, once in a while, if she stays up till 10, it's not the end of the world. It's fine. So, like, you know, I was saying that, but it's like my schedule is also very dictated by her, because it's like, you know, what if she didn't nap well that day? Wouldn't want to keep her up till 10, because then she'd be miserable and stuff like that. And as of right now, she's not very good at sleeping at other places. Like, she likes her comfort of her crib with the noise machine in her room and stuff like that. So she's very particular right now. I know that'll change once she doesn't have to be behind the bars anymore. But just right now, it's like trying to get her to sleep anywhere else is a nightmare. I think we managed to get her to nap at my fiance's parents' house once. And yeah. It took a lot to get her to nap there. She was, like, extremely tired then. No, I'll do this. Trying to decide if I wanted to do one of the big ones for this one. but it looks like, what, 4,000 maybe? Yeah. Oh, I do have another one that big, so there we go. So yeah. So yeah, it was Saturday, and then Sunday was cleaning all day and organizing the closet and getting craft stuff upstairs, yay! And then Monday was the holiday, and if you guys, if you guys observed Memorial Day, I am sorry for your loss. We are very fortunate. We came very close to observing Memorial Day, but thankfully we are still able to celebrate Veterans Day with my cousin. He was a soldier, and I think he was on tour in Afghanistan. And like his vehicle got blown up, and we did almost lose him one year, but thankfully like he's recovered. He's okay for, I mean, he's got PTSD like most soldiers do, but we are very, very thankful that he is alive and still with us. But I know that not everybody is that fortunate, and I am sorry for those who have lost loved ones in the wars and stuff like that. But I hope everybody, regardless, had a relaxing weekend. Start pulling out the 700s. Can start organizing on the sides here too while I'm going. So yeah, our day was basically just, a relaxing day at home. My fiance's parents were like, yeah, we might do something, but then after a day with all the kiddos, they're like, yeah, we don't have any energy, and I was like, it's fine, like, we don't always have to do something for a holiday, so yeah, we just stayed home and relaxed, and we continued to get stuff ready, basically. My fiance had to run to Lowe's for some stuff, because, like, our closet light has fluorescent bulbs in it. I think it's fluorescent. I think that's the right terminology. And they were blown. So we had to get those replaced so we can actually, we got those replaced after we worked in there. We used a flashlight the whole time, which is hilarious. It worked, though. Where are you? Over here. So yeah, we basically just stayed home and relaxed. We did some last minute cleaning stuff also, and fiance ran to the store, and basically when he ran to the store, I was home, I was like, yeah, all 3 kids can stay. Wasn't a big deal, because originally he was just going to take the 2 boys with him, and while I took care of Sydney, I was like, no, the boys are fine, they're just playing video games, so it's not gonna be a big deal if they stay. Boy, was I wrong. So Monday was a nightmare day, basically, because Sydney woke up really early. She actually woke up before one of her brothers, which, that's impressive itself. So, so yeah, she woke up really early, and then I was like, and because she woke up early, I woke up early, and of course I stayed up late the night before because I was working on, I wanted to get Prima Donna finished. I was so desperate to get that one done because I was ready to be done with, I was over it. And I knew these were coming today too, so I was like, yeah, I need to hurry up and get this done. So I stayed up way too late the night before, and then I got up in the morning with Sydney and the boys, and then I forgot to say this in my post review, but it was pretty funny. While I was working on it, while Drake was eating breakfast, and Sydney was just crawling around and stuff like that. And Drake looks at me and goes, "Oh, who's this diamond painting of?" And I was like, "Oh, this is Carlotta from Phantom of the Opera." And then I said, "She's not very nice." And then Drake goes, "Yeah, I can tell. She looks very mean." The look on her face is mean. So that had me laughing pretty hard. So yeah, these kids, they get me going sometimes. But yeah, I was like, so that made me laugh. But yeah, I was pushing through, trying to get that finished and everything like that. And so I stayed up late, woke up way too early, and then on top of it, Sydney was just being a nightmare. Like, it was so bad to the point that I tried to lay her down for a nap, and then I just started crying because she would not calm down. And I was just like, you know, it was just one of those days where, like, as a mother, I felt completely defeated, honestly. I felt like it was just, I felt like I was a terrible mother that day, the whole day. And it was not a great feeling for me. And I know that affected my mood on some things and stuff like that. But yeah, I was just like, man, I am a miserable wreck right now. So, actually I'm gonna do one bigger. Yeah, it's gonna be way overkill, but you know what? No, I'm gonna, boo boo boo, don't mind me. So yeah, that happened first, and then, so that was the first nap, and that, like, I came in here and woke my fiance up when that happened and stuff like that. And then, so he started getting up and getting ready and doing stuff. And then he, like, by the time he was rearing up to go to the store, it was time for Sydney's second nap. So she hadn't slept through her first nap, and she was grumpy to the point where she wasn't happy being put down. She wasn't happy being carried anywhere. She just was a miserable little child. So we, so yeah, came time for second nap, and my fiance was like, okay, I'm gonna run the store now, if that's okay. And I was like, yeah, it's fine. I'll watch the boys. They should be fine. They're just playing Switch. You know, should have been fine. But then I had to talk to them like 3 times. It's like, okay, I just laid your sister down for a nap. She did not take her morning nap, so you guys need to be quiet. And they're like, okay. And then immediately after, ooh, that just happened. Ah, I'm getting attacked by diamonds. Okay. Yeah, immediately after, they just started going crazy and stuff. Where are we at? 27 minutes, okay. To keep an eye on the time, because basically I started this just in time to end when the boys were getting ready for bed, so. Oh, let's see. No, I saw one here. Sorry, pulling it out of a shag carpet is not fun. Oh wow, there's a bunch down here. No, don't fall in. Okay. Yes, we're good. 8. Okay. Hopefully you guys can still hear me down here. Actually, I think that's it. Okay. Sorry, trying to get all cat hair out of it. Okay, make sure no one's stuck to my leg. Okay. Cannot believe that just jumped at me like that. There we go. Anyways, where was I? Oh yeah, the boys. Yeah, so then I had to talk to the boys about being loud twice. I'm like, guys, come on, your sister needs to nap. Like, this needs to happen. And like each time they do what they do, okay, and then immediately forget and get loud again. It's like, oh my god. And so like I hit a breaking point finally because she had just fallen asleep, like literally seconds before, like fell asleep, and I'm like, oh, thank you, the crying stopped, we're good. And then the boys did something and it was hilarious, so they both laughed really loudly, and she was up again. So yeah, I was very frustrated and upset, and you know, I basically came upstairs and like stayed upstairs until my fiance got home. And then he got home, and like, it's funny too, because like when he got home, he knew something was wrong immediately, because as soon as he, like, when he was getting out of the car, Alex ran to the door and was like, hey, do you need help with anything? And it's like, okay, that was a very clear indicator that you messed up. So yeah, that happened. And so like once my fiance got home, he got Sydney up and stuff like that, and we're like, okay, well, we're just gonna give up on nap time right now, and she's just gonna have to be okay with it. Okay, I'll start putting these really small ones in here. Oh, water, I forgot I have water. Let's take a sip of this. Oh my god. Apparently I'm just dropping everything today. So yeah, that was really frustrating. And so I was like, okay, well, once I got home, I was like, okay, this is what happened. And, you know, he went and talked to the boys and, like, explained to them and stuff like that. And mind you, Alex is still trying to, I'll say was because the whole situation happened, but we'll get to that. He is still trying to earn a doc, right? And so we're like, we like, after the fact of this, like, after what happened a couple weeks ago with his brother, and now with this, it's like, okay, you are literally on thin ice right now of losing this. And, you know, like, we told him that yesterday, like, you're very close to losing this. You need to be listening to us. Well, that's just the biggest thing. You just need to be listening, honestly. Not like, we don't ask much of these kids, but apparently we do. So yeah, he acknowledged what he did was wrong and all that, so woohoo. So now we get to today. Today being Tuesday, first day back to school after the holiday. After the kids had a 3.5-day weekend, we'll say, because, you know, they had a half day on Friday. So yeah. So, you know, we're getting ready because today was the home appraisal and stuff like that. So we're doing our finishing touches, cleaning up the last couple things that we didn't get to yet, and everything was set and ready to go. And we're like, yeah, feeling good. And then my fiance gets a phone call from the school nurse. And apparently Alex was complaining about having a headache, which, you know, he's got ibuprofen that he can take at the school. Like, we keep it on hand because he gets headaches a lot, which, come to find out, he's not been eating his lunches, so I wonder why he gets headaches. But, yeah, he went down there and complained about a headache, and so the nurse called my fiance and told him what was going on, so he talked to Alex, and he's like, hey, you just need to get back to class, and after you eat some lunch, you'll probably start feeling better and all that, and you'll be good for the rest of the day. And so, like, that was that for then. And hung up there, and then the appraiser came, and that went nice and quick because she'd been in the house before, like, less than a year ago, so she was able just to go to all the places she needed to and get all the pictures and stuff. And then after she left, we got another call from the school. I was like, oh man, now what? So, sorry, I'm just trying to think about how I want to plan this. Yeah, we'll do. It's not gonna be fun working between these two, but I have no choice. So yeah, we get another phone call from the nurse, and he was down there again, complaining again about the same stuff, and like that time he took ibuprofen and stuff like that. But the kicker is, he had asked the nurse to not call us, but call his mom, because his mom tends to pull him out of school for anything, even though he doesn't need to be. So it's like, okay, you went behind our backs to the other parent, or you tried to, but the school nurse didn't, because I think initially during the day she called the boy's mom, and she told them, like, no, they're with their dad this week, so talk to him. So then the nurse contacted my fiance. Yeah, so yeah, she's like, yeah, Alex said that he wanted me to call his mom, but, you know, you're listed as primary contact, so should I be calling you? And then my fiance explained, like, yeah, they are with me this week, so I would be the correct contact to call. And so, once again, he was told to go back to class, and, like, basically, he's like, yeah, we know he's just trying to get out of being at school right now. Like, he doesn't feel like being at school, so he's acting out like this. So, yeah. So then he came home. He came home and had a long conversation about accountability. What was that sound? Basically, he was trying to blame everything but himself for the situation. He was like, oh, but this, oh, but like, oh, but the nurse asked who I wanted to talk to, mom or dad, and then he changed the story immediately after. He's like, well, mom understands my, or is a lot nicer, or not nicer, but it's more understanding to my problems and stuff like that. It's like, dude, okay. No, you wanted to call mom because she used to be the one who would pull you from school, and we wouldn't, so no, that's not okay. So yeah, that was that whole situation. But yeah, we basically had a long talk with him about accountability, and like, we wouldn't be as frustrated with him if he would just say, like, yes, I know I messed up, basically. But he wasn't doing that. He was finding every excuse to dance around it, and it's like, okay, kid, that's not how it works here. It's not how we do things. I almost closed that, and I still have one more baggie. So yeah, that was our situation today. Being a parent is so much fun. Why did I decide to do this? I don't know. Okay. So yeah, needless to say, I'm exhausted today again, and today was my day to sleep in. Although I will say we had a much better time with the baby today. She took her nap. Well, did she take both naps today? I think she took both naps today. She didn't take both. She took like one. I know she at least took one nap. I can't remember if she's napped this morning. No, she didn't nap this morning. But she took her afternoon nap and she slept for like a good hour and a half. So that was good. Stop attacking me. There we go. So yeah, so she was better today. Oh, and guys, I have a walker now. She's walking. Today, just out of nowhere, she just started walking all over the place. I don't know what caused it. I really don't. But this is like what she's done with all of her big milestones, is like she acts like she can't do it so she can get away with doing something else for longer. And then one day she'll just like start doing it out of nowhere. She did it with crawling, she did it with feeding herself, and now she's doing it with walking. So yeah, that was pretty comical. Sure, I'm doing this all the right way. There we go. So yeah, I got a video of her walking, and it's so cute. Because I texted my mom, I'm like, well, she's walking now. Mom was like, video? I'm like, okay, I'll try to get one. And then she started like walking, and I'm like, oh crap. And I'm pulling my phone out as quickly as I can, and she's like moving, and I'm like, man, you're gonna stop moving by the time I get this, aren't you? But no, I got a 18-second video of her walking through the kitchen. Woman on a mission with her Duplos. Also, I'm not sure if it's too early to tell, but I think she might be left-handed, or she might be favoring her left hand at least. 939. That's not the right color that I'm looking for. What was that noise? 938. Oh, she's fussing. But yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I think she's left-handed, because she seems like she's favoring her left hand, because, I mean, I have a strange little child, and every time she crawls places, she needs to have a toy in each hand. Usually Duplos are her favorite. Just got stuck to me. So she'll put a Duplo in each hand and crawl away. But whenever she doesn't have a Duplo in both hands, she always takes whatever one she has and puts it in her left hand. Oh, she's really mad. She must have had a bad dream or something. Okay. Oh, that's not a drill. Okay. What was it? I don't know. Oh, it looks like putty. Ooh, sorry. That was a terrible noise. That one was 4,000. There's another 4,000 there, but I got, let's do one of these. I think my fiance is coming up to resettle her, sounds like. She must have thrown her pacifier. She does that. But yeah, whenever she's crawling around though, she always has to have something in her left hand, and like when she doesn't have something in her left hand, she'll move it to her right hand, or she'll take it from her right hand and put it in her left hand. So I don't know. I don't know if it's too soon to tell that, but it's interesting. And I'm intrigued to find out if that is the case, if my daughter's going to be a lefty. Which was interesting in my school because one of my teachers, my global teacher, the way she taught the Holocaust was by taking all the left-handed kids out of the classroom and killing them. Killing them. Yeah, she always came up with funky ways to teach the classes, and honestly, most of the stuff I remember from high school are from her classes. It's hard not to remember, it's hard to forget a 8-month pregnant woman running across the room and crawling up on desks and stuff, or attempting to. The last time she kind of just stopped and went, no, I'm not crawling up there this time, you get the gist. But yeah. So what is coming up this week? I don't really think we have much planned so far. I know I finished Prima Donna, so I did record that post review earlier. So that might come up this week. Got 2 Jada Gem Shop unboxings. I have, obviously, the Reader, which you would have seen up already. But I also have Shadow Singer, which I recorded earlier also because, you know, I just couldn't wait to see these kits. I was so excited about them. Man, UPS, they were making me wait for it. It's like, okay, expected to, or will be delivered at 7 o'clock at the latest, and I think it was like after 4 o'clock. Because, of course, they came when we were up here talking to Alex, and like, I heard the UPS truck outside, and I ran and looked. I'm like, oh, of course, now you show up. Let's see. 948. There you are. 500 in this one. Let's see, how many? Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Trying to make sure I'm not going to run out of big containers for the colors that need it. I'm really excited about working on this one though. She's like absolutely stunning. The canvas is gorgeous, and I've just heard nothing but good things about Jade's paintings, so I'm really excited to dig into this and experience it for myself. 950. It's got 300, so we'll do this one. Okay, you can just fall over it. Yeah, nothing too exciting planned for this week yet, but well, that's always subject to change because you never know. I usually do something over with my in-laws or something like that. Oh, I know something exciting that I did. I submitted my work to be published into a couple magazines. Won't hear back for a while, but that's a big step for me, the fact that I took the step to do it. So yeah, that was a scary task that I did for I did, but yeah, I just had to, because it was time to start doing that, because dream is to be published someday, and you're not going to do it if you don't put yourself out there. So I put myself out there. Still haven't heard back from any of the jobs yet, but it's only been a week, so hopefully I'll hear back soon, at least for something, even if it's just like, oh, sorry, we want a different way this time, or something along those lines. Those always suck to get, but at least I'm not in limbo that way. I'm hoping, or we should be getting more applications out here shortly, too, so widen the playing field and stuff like that. There's 1,000 of those shoved in that little tiny baggie. It's funny, you never really think about how much drills are in these bags until you have something next to it that tells you how many drills are in the bag. Just, you never would expect that to be 1,000 drills. Sorry guys, this is kind of a dull chat, unfortunately, because, I mean, like I said, we spent the whole entire time cleaning. Oh, I know what we're doing next week. Like I said, my fiance took the week off from work, and so we will be organizing the basement, which is something that we did not get a chance to do, because that is a big task that we have to do. Basically, there's still a bunch of stuff down there from my fiance's ex-wife that we need to go through and just, like... Are you serious? There's more 951, which is hidden on me. So yeah, we need to go through the basement and look through stuff, figure out what we want to keep, trash whatever we don't want to keep, the whole 9 yards. And then... yeah. I do have some fun small shop stuff coming that I'm, like, really excited for. Like, extremely excited for. I got a pen from Enable with Outpost. Curious if you guys have a guess which one I went for. But I have a pen coming from them. And then I need more glue dots because I realized that they are the best thing to use in my single placer for me because I'm a hard placer and those are perfect. So I ordered more glue dots. Although that order went out today, although I'm sure, or I think they said the delivery window was like next week, so. But that's exciting. So I have some fun small shop stuff coming. 400. I think it was like the 350 in this one. That's, I don't know. Well, if I end up having to use one of the big containers for something, I will. It's not a big deal. Okay. Oh yeah, and then I'm also planning on doing a stash video. Haven't done one of those yet, and while my stash is not as impressive as some people, I'm thinking Anthony from Single and Play saying, oh my goodness, his stash video was like 2 hours long. Or over, no, I think it was over that. But still, it was insane how many paintings that guy has. I'm kind of jealous, I'm not gonna lie. But mine's not going to be as impressive as most people's, but, you know, I haven't done a stash video yet, and so I figure, why not? I have enough paintings, I think I have over 20 at this point, so I can easily do a stash video. So yeah, that's probably going to be on the dock for this week too. I'll work on that. Oh yeah, speaking of dock, did I even loop back around to that? I don't know. Basically, this was the last week that Alex had to earn his dock, and unfortunately, because of the stuff that happened at school today, he did not earn it. Between that, what happened yesterday with, oh, I don't even know if I even said this part of the story. So yesterday, I'm sorry, I'm like all over the place. Oh my gosh. So yeah, yesterday I had gotten Sydney laid down, and she was finally asleep, and I was like, yes. Oh yeah, I did tell you this. I did say that. Oh my god, my brain. Yeah, so she was finally asleep. Boys woke her up. So between the whole situation or a couple weeks ago with Drake being ditched outside, which I talked about in one of my previous WIP and chats, between those couple of things plus their behavior yesterday and then today, obviously he did not earn that, and so we're like, okay, we can try again for Christmas. And then he was trying to be like, oh, well, can I buy one with my own money? We're like, no, this is a lesson here. We're trying to hold you accountable for your actions and all that. Like, you just need to understand that, you know, this is not what people do. That's like, this is not what you should be doing, basically. Don't be pitting your parents against each other. It's just not fair. So, yeah. That was a whole situation. So yeah, he did not earn that, so try again for Christmas. We'll see if he manages to do something bad enough to lose it for Christmas too, but, you know. And for those who may not know... Hey guys, sorry about that. I had a little issue with my phone. It apparently decided that I was done recording after. I thought I got... Okay, whatever. Apparently there's a bug in here, but okay. Yeah, so apparently my phone decided I was done recording prior to me being done. So I was talking for like another 10 minutes without realizing I wasn't recording anymore. But here we are. We are all kit up and ready to go, and I'm very excited to get her started. I'm going to go down and do that actually right now, or once I'm done here. So basically with this, I'll just let you know what to expect this week, and then I'll do my sign off. So basically for this week, I am looking at obviously the unboxing for this went up on Tuesday. You're seeing this on Wednesday, WIP and Chat Wednesday. So you have that, you had that already. And then I have my post review for Prima Donna that I need to get up. And then I'm also thinking about doing a stash video. I don't have a crazy impressive stash. I think I have somewhere around 20 kits or something like that. But I know like people enjoy them and stuff like that, so why not? It'd be fun to look back in a year and see what I've done so far. Oh, also, I realized that today is my 3-year diamond painting anniversary, and so that is really exciting. I entered this craft 3 years ago, and I have made like so many fantastic friends out of it. Oh my gosh, like Stealthy Crafter, my girl, my fellow enabler. And then of course, you know, Sophie over Diamond Help Desk, and Laura, Anxiety Art Adventures, and just like, I just love this community, and, you know, I love interacting with other videos and stuff like that, and I'm one of those people who always comments on videos. Like, I do my best to always comment, so, yeah. So I'm excited. 3 years down and many more to go, and I never would have expected, like, this is where I'd be in 3 years, that I would be actually having a YouTube channel where, you know, people actually are willing to sit and listen to me ramble, you know, and I don't know, it feels great having you guys here, and I appreciate every one of you who subscribed and watched my videos and all that fun stuff. So yeah, thank you guys for being here. I love you guys. I appreciate you. So with that being said, I am going to head off because I really want to start this painting, so I'm really excited. If you like this video, be sure to give me a thumbs up, and if you, how about a comment? So, let me know, like, what you think of this piece. Did you enjoy the kit up in chat? What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, and if you made it to the end of the video, let's throw up a flag emoji for Memorial Day. And then, yeah, so if you're not already subscribed and you like diamond painting content, just hit that little subscribe button right there, and then hit the bell to be notified whenever I post videos. Generally, WIP and chats go up on Wednesdays, but other things like unboxings, small shop hauls, post reviews, what have you, that stuff is at random, so you definitely want to hit that little bell to be notified whenever I post a video. And yeah, I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye!